Hey guys, another day, another SsethTzeentach review. I'm a bit excited for this one. I've not heard of it, or no, I've heard of it. I haven't played it before, but I'm pretty sure my dad has. I should ask him, but I'm like 90% sure he's probably played this because he was very big into the base building type of games back in the day. But if it's more of a city builder, I'm not sure, but may possibly it's not that far of a stretch. But let's see what the big man Seth has to say. And if you haven't yet, I would appreciate it if you can subscribe or just leave a like at the minimum. That would be pretty cool. Also, if you have any other videos you would want me to react to, please leave it in the comments below. Yeesh, I can't speak tonight. But anyway, let's see what Seth is on about tonight.
Hey people, Seth
Hey
here.
Seth.
Today I'll be covering a game that's very dear to me, and also
Okay,
about
cool,
as
cool,
old
cool.
as some of the audience. Age of
Yeah,
Wonders.
probably
released in
me. I would be 1999. Okay, I'm just 1 year older than this game. Okay, cool. I beat the game.
1999 by Triumph Studios, the
I'm
same
older.
guys who made
Hell yeah.
Overlord, is a turn-based
Oh,
fantasy
Overlord. I
strategy
love that game.
which still holds up today.
I just played
because
one of them
it's
though.
Completely insane.
I think it was the offshoot
Also,
title
I
or something.
apologize, but it appears my graphics have glitched. Does
Oh,
anyone
no.
know how to fix this? It's actually meant to look like this, but let's make the most of it. Age of Wonders
Is it?
is a game where four
But anybody who's played this game, anybody in watching right now, have you played it? Is it supposed to look like that? I'm pretty sure you're just messing around.
immigration, slavery, and wide-scale racial genocide can be patched up and smoothed over in a few turns, where you can
Nice.
flood the entire map by casting the appropriately named spell.
Oh.
Which is called Flood, drowning anyone who can't swim.
Okay, so that's an
One
option.
wizard can spot another wizard, summon a 2x2
Uh-huh,
hex in the mountains, and trap him inside forever. Where, instead of actually playing, I channel several death storms in a row. And instead
Oh.
of actually fighting
Holy
the enemy
crap.
leader, I can nuke
Yeah,
them
this
to the
seems like a
entire
game my dad would play.
landscape from a safe distance. Where, due to strained diplomatic relations with the halflings, one of my leprechauns went rogue. As leprechauns are invisible, the only way I have of detecting him is watching
Game
my
seems
buildings
fun. I want to
explode.
play
This
this.
is a game where the phrase "recruit the hose" is an entirely valid and effective strategy. Also, I'm not sure if I have to censor this because I don't know exactly what I'm looking
So this
at.
is
Could it
Pimp
be a nipple?
Simulator.
Maybe, but where exactly
yeah.
do we draw the line for what's erogenous, obscene, or otherwise? Imagine, for example, you're under police interrogation and they show you a 4-pixel image and ask you, "What do you think about that, huh?"
Reminds me of the Office meme. Like when what's the corporate wants you to find the difference between these two images.
And naturally, you respond with, I guess it's all right. Oh yeah, well,
Pretty
then
nice.
you zoom out the image, and it's a still frame picture of one man, naked, about to descend his entire weight upon an empty glass jar. You're a real sick puppy, you know that? And just like that, you become a deviant to society.
Damn,
You're locked
society.
up forever in fetish jail.
Police car.
Even last the winter.
Was that what's his name, Christian or something? Yeah, I think it was.
Before getting vored by Pyro. Anyway, I forgot the point I was trying to make. Let's proceed. Age of Wonders is fascinating because despite being turn-based, it is a game that stresses me greatly. That's because it can be played in one of two modes, turn-based or simultaneous. Simultaneous turns is objectively the best and most hilarious way to play the game because it completely destroys the sequence of turns, lets everyone make a move at the same time, and leaves you to figure out how the hell that even works. You could play a number of pre-made
I can see why that's confusing. I think I would find that confusing too.
And download even more online, but primarily, we learn to play by playing the story campaign. Speaking of which, story. In Age of Wonders, once upon a time, everyone lived in general harmony under the Elvish court, ruled by King Iniok.
Okay, so it was
the
tyranny.
humans came and slaughtered Iniok and his entire court. Naturally.
Oh, I'm pretty sure the name of the humans were America, and they were just bringing democracy to the land. They found oil, probably.
This event led the elves to some very interesting political places, as you consider this the Twin Watchtowers event of Elvish history, with one group, the Keepers, maintaining that the humans
no, Seth, don't go there.
That we shouldn't hold a grudge over it.
The Americans are gonna retaliate.
Despite this early atrocity.
I mean, the humans are gonna retaliate.
However, can be accurately summarized as race war now, kill every human that ever lived. These are probably the same lords sitting on Elvish discords, making little Dark Age edits all day.
I've seen those little dark edits, yeah.
Only numbers they know are human on elf crime statistics, and their favorite topic of conversation is how much better life was before they came to the Valley of Wonders. These elves are
my little dark age. Sorry, that song is actually pretty catchy, but yeah.
Dwellers. They
Intimidated.
live underground, completely relatable. I know that if I was ever invaded, I would tunnel deep into the Earth's crust and live inside my goon cave for the next 100 years. And
wait, what did you say there? Let me first read.
I would tunnel deep into the Earth's crust and live inside my goon.
Are you enjoying the goon sesh? Reharden your cock. You'll love this next hour.
For the next
okay, cool.
Years. And that leads us to your pivotal choice. Serve the equivalent of the Elvish United Nations, or team up with a bunch of psychopaths that are just as likely to kill you as they are any human. Daddy
seems like an easy choice. Psychopaths.
Meandor is going to make Elf Hyperborea real, and you don't want to miss it. Regardless
of
what you choose, you get to make a custom leader with a selection of skills and abilities. You'll notice you have a lot of options. Also, you get to pick your spheres of magic.
Damn, this bitch is crazy. Ancient technique.
You pick 3 at the start, but eventually a total of 7 from the following elements: fire, water, air, earth, life.
I think I've heard of this plot before. Is there a certain character that disappeared for a few years and needs to come back to save the world?
And death. Choosing one blocks you from selecting the opposite, so you really have to make your choices count. However, you have absolutely
that makes
no idea
sense.
what those choices are, so just pick whatever. Everything is good. Ultimately, no matter what you're playing and who you're playing against, the objective is always the same. It's a grand-scale game of VIP. Your leader is very powerful, but not invincible. And the same goes for your enemies. Your goal is not to win the map. It's to run up on a thug and return his body to the streets. In combat,
that sounds about like every RPG so far.
Make a beeline for the leader, shank him, and that ends the entire fight. Everyone
I'll try to pose less.
as his entire faction ceases to exist. This creates a constant sense of high tension because your leader is the most tactical unit on the board. Basically, the game incentivizes you to put your leader's neck on the line at all times. The closer you are to getting assassinated, the more likely you are to win. Because the more fights you survive, the more experience you acquire, and the more skill points you
that's
have
an interesting
to spend on
one.
theoretically invincible. I've run campaigns where my leader can slaughter entire armies, nuke entire armies, or forcibly mind control entire armies completely on his own. But that takes time. Before that, you'll have to rely on your troops. This game comes with 12 different races. They interact diplomatically with each other, with you and the rest of the map, and you can freely influence that in any direction. For example, playing Cult of Storms on the United States map, I'm
true
RPG
RPG type
halfling
thing.
capital, but instead of fighting, I sneak up on my orc ally, declare war, and brutally murder him on the same turn. And just like that, my diplomatic standing with the halfling skyrockets. So I take their cities without lifting a finger. They're so happy with me getting rid of an enemy, they'll quietly brush aside the fact that
where did they get this image? Seth.
They are now actively involved in scorched earth tactics against their former allies. This game taught me that any amount of xenophobia and racial hatred can be overcome by building walls. I guess it makes sense. They don't have to see me, and I don't have to see them. Sometimes you capture cities with races that don't like you, and if you hold on to them, they're going to rebel. That's fine.
Oh, okay, so you just wipe them out.
Look, you're free
you can evict
them.
Oh, that's great.
Opinion. Just please do it in the woods. Whatever race you choose to resettle is going to dislike this move, but whichever race you choose to move in is going to like you even more.
Oh,
and basically,
that's like a certain country we know.
People who are moving out already hate my guts.
If you don't know, I'm from South Africa. That's
So you're not losing anything. It's free real estate.
Yeah, I wasn't talking about Israel.
The importance
but no. I'm not talking about any
times,
country.
And I'll lose the game. Yes, at the click of a button, you can explode any structure you own, including cities filled with women and children. Naturally, raising a city to the ground is a universally unpopular move. Turn enough towns into mass graves, and all your troops will disband and leave you. It's important to understand that each race isn't following you specifically. They're just serving their mutual interest.
Oh.
And when that disappears, so does their loyalty. That doesn't mean war crimes are bad. It just means you should do it to someone else. Each time
that's an interesting like plot, or not plot, like mechanic. Like if as soon as they like don't have any more interest in being like friendly towards you, they can just like go and kill you. And I mean, on the one side, kind of sucks, but it's on the other side, that's a really cool mechanic. But yeah.
Structure explodes, it spawns neutral units. If you mouse over them, you can see their behavior. If it says raiding, oh boy, that entire region is about to become a whole lot more interesting. You see, raiders also burn shit down, in turn spawning more raiders, creating a feedback loop of wartime atrocity. Raising structures to the ground is not only incredibly fun, it's also a one-way process to accidentally wiping out the entire map. You can rebuild structures using a builder's guild, but guess what?
Wait, so you have different guilds?
To the ground, meaning there's no way back. So, yes, technically, this is still a fantasy game, but if you want a more fitting title, it's Harry Potter and the Yugoslavic War Tribunal. Now, I've been thinking of branching out into the financial sector and opening up a sperm bank, but to do that, I need a lot of money. Advertiser money. Hey, let me tell you something. Me and my friends, we like to get very drunk and go on little tangents exploring the web. Well, after one night of this, I woke up to find my Amazon recommending me a statue of Baphomet, some effigy sticks to burn as offerings, and
meth pipes. Oh no.
A crack pipe. Everything you need to do a little magic. Now, that's pretty funny, until I realized, wait a minute, I'm getting recommendations for something I browsed on a completely different account on a completely different computer, which means they already tracked my data, and they know who I am. You might say, who cares? They'll market to me, so what? So
oh no, he's getting doxxed.
Is going to be resold to data brokers, and anyone can buy it, including the government. Or should I say, bought, because Homeland Security and the IRS already have. The precise live geolocation of 1 in 4 Americans watching this is already in the hands of people who surely have your best interests in mind.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure like the American government has like most people's information on the entire planet. Like even me in South Africa, they probably know like exactly who I am, what I'm doing. I'm a VTuber. Every single channel I have, everything. They're just like, oh yeah, we know about him. Not important anyway.
Hey, have you ever been audited by the tax man? Let me tell you, it's a lot of fun, because the first thing they did is freeze my account. If not for friends and family, I could not.
Oh no. Oh, I hope Seth's alright.
Food or pay the rent. And you know what they needed to do all of this? Suspicion. Do not give these people an inch, because they'll take your leg off. No one should have a right to record or track your actions online. In fact, they don't.
Okay, so it's a VPN. It's a VPN ad.
Surveillance without a warrant is a breach of the Fourth Amendment. But we didn't do it. We just contract someone to do it for us. I care for my privacy, but clearly the feds don't take no for an answer, which is why I use ExpressVPN. ExpressVPN reroutes my internet.
I've used ExpressVPN before. It's pretty nice.
Server. So it's
I just don't have the funds to keep it on all the time, so I stopped my subscription.
ExpressVPN has a no logs policy by the fact that their VPN servers run off RAM.
I should get
that even if you wanted to, no
I should get
is actually stored.
or like a VPN again.
Convinced, I actually have the best endorsement possible. One of my friends,
maybe before I launch this video,
he told me himself he knows ExpressVPN is legit because he has repeatedly sent them a court order information request, to which they must legally comply. Each time they showed their records, and unfortunately for them, but fortunately for you, each time they showed nothing. So stop letting anyone,
that's pretty cool actually.
Track, monitor, and log everything you do online, because
I mean, if it's true, but yeah,
things you do, that's between your God and no one else. And
speaking of, I've got a few VTuber friends. If you don't know what it is, it's like me, that use like a virtual model. And I've found a few of them on very suspicious websites before with some very nice art. That's all I'll say.
And if you'd like to keep it that way, get ExpressVPN today. It's
okay, you've convinced me.
To use. All you gotta do is download the
Whoa,
app,
was that an internet extortion?
and just like that, you're a ghost in the machine. And ExpressVPN does all this without slowing my connection. Sign up now and you get 3 months of ExpressVPN for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Seth or clicking the link in the description box below. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video. Aside from diplomacy, the likelihood of units working together is dependent on their alignment. This can be anything from good.
Your life is everything. You serve all purpose. You should
What?
treat yourself
What?
now.
To neutral.
Where'd you get
Your
the
life literally is as valuable as a summer ant.
To pure evil.
I don't know the creator.
Is I need you to take a nearest rope that you got, wrap it around.
Wow.
If you got a garage or a fucking stairway.
What the hell?
Period. Why are you alive?
I have the One Piece music in the background.
I don't know, but I think this depends on the alignment of your leader's race and how well that meshes with that specific creature. If you're a neutral race, you might be able to pull both sides of the spectrum, but the more polarized you are to one direction, the less likely it is that you'll convince and work with someone from the opposite end of a spectrum. Every race is structured by 4 common tech levels. Level 1 is your basic melee and ranged unit. Level 2 gives you siege weapons, clerics, and cavalry. Level 3 gives you specialist units, and level 4 gives you your ultimate unit. The maximum tech level depends on the size of a city. And basically, if you want dragons, you need a 4-tile city. Now, I'm going to cover every race one by one because I can. Most maps come in layers: overland, caverns, and sometimes even deep caverns. Goblins pretty much own the underground because not only do they move fast and see well,
2 different levels of underground
that can eat terrain. There's no front line against goblins because they'll just tunnel around you. Also, they have a favorite unit. Here's a montage to explain what they do.
Oh no. Seth, no.
Bombers.
You're not allowed to do that.
Explode, taking about half a screen with them. Conversely, dwarves live underground, but also they're the only race that can cross mountains. The borders made by natural geography don't matter because dwarves can just hop over. They have access to the best tier 3 unit in the game, the Giant, which on its own can win you the entire campaign. Orcs have the best melee fighters in the game, and they get a dragon. The elves counter that by mass-producing megathoughts. This is not a joke. A nymph can seduce a tier 3 orc warlord and keep him in her cohort of simps for the rest of the game. When I was younger, the artwork and sprite of a nymph stirred feelings inside me. It made me act up, as they say.
Oh
like
no.
a white boy.
No, Seth.
No, but in all seriousness, from the tender age of 9 and seeing the various booba in this game, namely the nymph, the spider queen, the nature elemental, and the mermaid, I know that
Seth.
being gay is going to be an uphill battle. And to this day, I'm still dark elves are just edgelord elves, except their
Seth.
is gonna step on your balls. They have the most fucked up tier 4 unit in the game, the Incarnate, which, to put it nicely, kills
Seth,
you
don't be a
and
simp.
wears your
Don't be a
skin
simp.
until it's killed, at which point it jumps out to possess someone else. Yeah, this shit gave me nightmares as a child. Lizard men are just as comfortable in water as they are on land. They get turtle artillery and a basilisk. Their mortal enemy is the frostlings, which freeze everything they touch.
Oh
They
yeah,
don't
of
need
course
this
there's gotta be a
because
downside.
Frost queens can just turn water into ice.
You
They
can't just have
fire
weak
penguins
characters.
and aggressive LED lights. If you see a
Aggressive
horde of
LED
frostlings
lights.
marching across the ocean towards you, the appropriate response is to cast Firestorm and melt the ice underneath them as they drown to death. I love this game. Humans are humans. As vanilla as they sound, they're actually really strong. They have gunpowder, knights, and the oldest human tradition of all, scamming the absolute shit out of you. Their ultimate unit is a skyship transport.
I was sure he was gonna say like slavery or something.
To wide-scale human enrichment. Azrics are desert humans. They're exactly the same, except they also have beholders, genies, sandworms from Dune, and an avatar of Vishnu that can mind-break entire armies. So, besides absolutely everything, they're pretty much the same. Half-elves exist to be picked up and tossed down a deep well. Undead are immune or resistant to most forms of damage and can regenerate in a single turn. They also
pretty unfair.
have access to Wraiths, one of 3 units in the entire game with physical immunity. If you think that sounds a little busted, that's because it is, unless he gets smacked by a priest or exorcised. that Wraith is going to decimate the whole map. Oh, and they also have a Grim Reaper. He can insta-kill you on touch. But really, the worst thing about him
insane.
is that he's going to ruin all your crops. The manifestation of
that's even worse, really.
And he's fucking up our corn. The Hymen, or as they're known in the German copy, the Ubermensch, exist to destroy the forces of darkness. Appropriately, every second unit in their lineup can either turn the undead or deal holy damage. I don't have much to say about them, except seeing a Titan get jumped by a full stack, only to kill them on the same turn, is some of the funniest shit I've ever seen. Now, let's talk about magic. I recently found that air magic is busted. At shipyards, you can make ships, the largest of which, the Galleon, is stronger than any ultimate unit in the game. Now, normally, that's alright because they're bound to the sea, so I enchant them to fly instead. And I cast Air Mastery, which doubles the speed of anything that sails or flies
you can, like,
in the air. My newly created
that's cool magic implementation in the game.
Now sweep the entire map.
What the hell?
Turns. Now, they are vulnerable to one thing.
That's really cool.
Killed, which is why I take free spheres in water and cast.
That's one thing I wish they had like put in modern games. That's like more flexible with magic spells.
Game is pretty much over.
Like you can put it on anything or something.
Similar bullshit. Water is just a matter of waiting for everyone to drown. Fire can turn the map into downtown Detroit.
Yeah.
And life can invoke the power of live, laugh, love to make foreign occupation like a pleasant experience. Death, on the other hand, lets you cast Pestilence, which, because of how they're programmed, breaks the computer AI. Instead of stepping out of the Pestilence cloud and potentially taking less damage, the enemy will conclude that the most logical move to make is none at all, and will sit inside the Brap cloud until they asphyxiate. And Earth Magic is basically just talk shit, get buried alive. It's actually really soothing to admire
Where does he get these
the
clips?
leader safely inside his downy containment chamber.
I guess on his Discord, probably.
Guessed or gleamed from this video, there's many ways to break this game, and I only know some of them. My recent favorite is starting with Lightning Strike, which makes fights increasingly stupid as you watch multiple enemies run up to your leader, take a swing, miss, and get stun locked into oblivion. Also, I learned that unlike Seduce or Charm, which
what is that image again?
Has testicles, Dominate actually works on anything. And if you get lucky and roll a Ring of Flight, this includes dragons as well. By the way, I don't know what to think of this, but I learned how this works mechanically. I found out that men in this game are categorized as humanoid, whereas women fall under the category of creature.
Very based. Very based.
No. A lot of lore. Generally, is just a fun experience. Spoilers ahead. So if you don't want spoilers to a 23-year-old game, skip forward to this time.
It's fine. It's fine.
Right.
Give me.
Actually, I don't have any spoilers. I just wanted those people gone so we can have a quiet moment. Anyway,
all right, Seth, tell us.
Seconds. So they think I'm actually saying something valuable. Anyway, remember El Hyperborea? Yeah, that kind of went wrong. Leandor tries to revive King Iniok, and it works a little too well. The star shining over the Valley of Wonders is blood red. Iniok is now an undead lich, leading the forces of death. Positives, destruction of humanity. Negatives, he's going to kill us all in the process. All in all, a mixed bag.
Why do they look like
Hitler? Probably do something about it. At some point, you can escape with your people to safety, or choose to stand and fight with the arrival of a Hymen, whose name sounds very strange if you say it too quickly. If you're playing the cult, your options are like, I could join the undead, but they're probably, maybe, definitely gonna kill me. Yeah, I'm going to Hymen. Then you win the campaign, and
that makes sense.
Maybe the real Cult of Storms was all the friends we made along the way. I'm a wanted war criminal. If you play keepers and choose to stay,
there it is.
Essentially put Iniok back in the ground. Your reward for all this is a lifetime of loneliness as the last of your race has sailed across the sea, never to be seen again.
So I haven't really lost anything. It's basically me. Joking.
And I like it very much. You know the fable of a fox and the sour grapes? I want to eat them because they're sour. To this day, the game looks amazing. I'm running it 800 by 600, stretched to a 1080p monitor. The possibility that this knowledge is making someone very upset right now makes it all the more enjoyable. The sprite work? Beautiful. Animated dragon that follows your cursor in the UI? Beautiful. I love this game. What more can I say? The soundtrack is so good I've listened to it at least 100 times back to back for the last 2 decades. And the sound effects. The sound effects are completely
I'm not gonna listen to it.
Full disclosure, I think they used royalty-free stock sound effects for most of the combat.
That's
and I love it.
probably true.
I don't need to explain why Beholder sounds like a golden retriever. It's a feature. Critique. If you alt-tab the game on Windows 10, it's gonna turn into inverted neon purple puke.
Oh,
and I've kind of learned how to navigate this stereoscopic hell, if only because I believe it's some kind of portal
great.
into the lean dimension. Just
lean
dimension. Happens to your game, it's stuck. Just close and restart.
Oh, no.
Also, if you get frequent crashing with a pop-up that says like map view or show scene, there's a patch you can run to fix it. I'll link that in the description below. Finally,
thanks, Seth. You're
on GOG for Age of Wonders 1, 2, and free. I couldn't get the expansions for free because they're really expensive, but I did manage to secure the expansion for Age of Wonders 2. They will be available for very little money. I personally endorse every single one of them because they're great games, and I will review them when someone pays me a lot of money. Offer code Bug Hunter goes in all fields. Enjoy. As always, more content.
Nice.
Stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of a Merchants Guild
How much left? Oh, it's almost finished.
Except recently, because I've realized I can milk VPN sponsors instead. You're all truly wonderful. Have a good one. Hey.
Wait, okay. That was great. I love his video so much. It's so good. I was gonna make Internet Historian video. That is not out yet. Unfortunately, it's been delayed a little bit, but I'll try and make it soon. So yeah, look out for that. Otherwise, if you haven't already, please go and check out my Twitch. That'd be great. Otherwise, we're trying to get to 1,000 subscribers on this channel. That would be awesome. But more reactions coming very, very soon, and I would appreciate a like and a subscribe just to keep me motivated, really. But yeah, otherwise, I'll see you guys next time. I've said otherwise quite a few times, but it's fine. You get the point. Anyway, see you next time.